There we go. Turn that on so you can see my puss. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody is well and had a great weekend. We It was a halfway decent weekend, and we it was stayed dry and just till about an hour ago. So now we got a little bit of rain. But oh my God, I've been working out in my yard, and I'm dead. Just bury me, guys. I am so dead. I've been doing it for 4 days, and I'm a corpse. So how's everybody doing tonight? I hope you're well. Hello, Raven. Hello, Pinky. Hello to the lurkers. And I'm starting a little early, so everybody should be popping in pretty soon. I guess we'll just shoot the shit until everybody shows up. How are you feeling, Miss Pinky? Any change at all? I feel so bad for you. Hey, Susan, how's it going? I feel so bad that it's that stuff just holds on forever. So hopefully the medication change and stuff will work better. What's Susan up to tonight? I actually just got done. We beat the rain. I just got done putting everything away, and oh, the transformation is just beautiful. I'm so happy. So all the pain and cramping and all that is totally worth it. Cleaned up all my father's crap. Yeah, what the shed roof was repaired and put together today. And oh my God, I am just in my glory. Everything is just starting to slowly come together, and I'm having a yard again. That's all I can say is thank God. Oh, good. You're feeling a lot better now. Good, good, good. So maybe the change in the medication is what you needed. That sucks. And a lot of people I know are going through, they're getting colds and stuff now. It's holding on. It just stinks. Not much. Getting ready for work for tomorrow soon. Ah, so all right, you don't have all right. You got to work this whole week, and then you're on vacay, Miss Victoria. I hope you have a wonderful vacation. I would kill to go on vacation. I haven't had one in 2 years. Hello, hello, Miss Heather. Hello. How are you? So yeah, 5 days in a row cleaning up that hot shit in my. I still got a ton of stuff to go through yet. Stacking wood and putting lumber away. That's what's left on the list. And some other stuff. But oh my God, my body. Oh my God, it's saying to me, "What the f are you doing?" I could barely move. I almost canceled tonight. That's how much pain I'm in. But I said, nope, I'm going to do this. Just I'll sit and relax and chit chat with you guys and show you what I'm up to and what the next project's going to be. Actually, I'll turn this on so you can see what I'm talking about. There is that finished miniature. I did a lot of different changes, and I'm going to tell you guys all about it. I added stuff because I could put it that way, and I just thought it looked better. But yeah, I changed it up, and that's pretty much the whole thing with the new project that I'm gonna start. I'm gonna explain that once I show you what it is. Hello, hello, Miss Leanne. I was busy commenting on the wrong stream. Oh, that's okay. It's cool. What's for supper, Laura? Nothing. Leanne, I am so busted up. It's not even funny. My back almost went out on me twice, and I was just raking up junk that was in the yard. We moved boulders, and I'm not kidding. These are just like these big boulders that I had that were on each corner of the fire pit. And I guys told you guys about the asshole that keeps running over my posts in my front yard. Well, they got a surprise coming the next time they try to run it over because we carted the boulders out front and put them in front of each post. So if they hit those, there's going to be damage to their car, and I don't feel sorry for them. Don't run over people's grass. What the hell's the matter with you? And then you knock a 4x4 out of the lawn? Come on. So I should have took pictures before. Excuse me, but I didn't because the after I'm like, oh my God, I could see grass. My father goes, well, we could do some more tomorrow. I said, no, please. Let's just get the majority of it over and done with because I'm not going to make it. How's it going, Tim? Welcome in. I've got a cut up my finger. I have no idea what it came from. But I didn't break anything or get smacked in the face with anything, so that's all right. It sounds like a pizza night. You go for it. You go for it. Hello, hello, Holly. How are you? Holly, Holly. I always think of Christmas when I see her name. Excuse me, now I'm going to start choking to death. Just what you wanted to hear, right? But yeah, my body's like, what are you doing to me? Because yeah, I'm going to bed with leg cramping, and I haven't had this much physical activity in a long time, and I'm paying for it. But it's worth it because finally it's looking like a backyard again. And my father's like, we'll put this here. And I was, been in a few fights. It's like, nope, it's not going there. We're throwing this stuff out. I want my yard back. You've had it as a workshop long enough. And believe it or not, it's been, oh God, I would say a year that all this crap has been in my yard. And I'm finally getting it cleaned up and put away. Oh my God. Mr. P is in the house. Hello, Mr. P. Great game. You know, those games freak me out. They are so lifelike. It is. It's freaking weird. Sounds like a leftover night to me. Got meatloaf and fish leftovers. Ooh, meatloaf. I love a good meatloaf. I'm just too tired. I'm exhausted. I'm just too tired. I don't care. It's terrible, I know, but I'm just too tired. And then my father's making up the list because he's going shopping tomorrow. Well, what do you want me to get? And I'm like, oh, well, if you want these dishes, you have to buy these things. He wants me to make chicken riggies this week and, a few other things. I said, okay, you get the stuff and I'll cook it. But tomorrow I promised myself I would just take it easy. I need a break before I finish the rest of the crap that's out there. My poor camper is in rough shape. The top of it, we've got some holes developing. So my husband's been patching those up so that we could paint it and reseal the roof. So I don't lose, because then I go, my God, then I'll have to have it professionally fixed if I don't take care of it. Meatloaf and fish. Got any tomato sauce? Oh, make a meatloaf sandwich. You ever do that? I love a good meatloaf sandwich. Meatloaf, eat this cold meatloaf on your favorite bread with mayonnaise, salt, and pepper. It's awesome. But not working in the yard all day, so I don't feel like cooking either. Yeah, it's just sucked the life right out of me. I am so wrecked. And like I said, now it's the point when, and I've been drinking a lot of water. And it's not helping any because at night, my legs just start to let me know they're going to cramp up and then I got to jump up. And I'm thinking, oh God, am I ever going to get any sleep? And then when I do fall asleep, it's like the dead because my body is just shot. But I'm so happy and I'm proud of myself that I'm actually getting out there and getting it done. And like I said, there's been a few little, bickerings between my father and my husband. And because, when you get older, you just patch stuff up. And my husband doesn't like that. So him and my husband have been bitching at each other. My father had a patch up job on the back steps. My husband ripped it all off. He's redoing the whole thing, which is fine. That's the way it should be done. So never cooked or eaten meatloaf. Really, Heather? Hello, Heather. Meatloaf is awesome. If you've got a good recipe, it is really good. I love mine. And I find that the trick to a good, tasty meatloaf, don't use breadcrumbs. Get yourself some good Italian bread and chop that up very, very small and mix that in. The breadcrumbs, they have a funky taste and they dry the meatloaf out. If you use good Italian bread or a good crusty bread, chop it up really fine and mix it in with your meatloaf. I also add a little spicy brown mustard in with mine with, salt, pepper, garlic powder, an egg. And then on the top, I mix together the spicy brown mustard, some ketchup, and brown sugar. Mix it all together, and then I put it on the top. Ugh, I'm telling you, it's good. It's It's one of the favorites around here. And it's really easy to make. I mean, meatloaf pretty much is just like a big hamburger, so it's meat, breadcrumbs, and ketchup. Oh yeah, see, you got to jazz it up. You got to jazz it up, and you also have to add an egg. The egg is a binder, like with the breadcrumbs, but I don't use the breadcrumbs. Like I said, even if you get Italian um, seasoned breadcrumbs, it just dries it out. It's nasty. So when you're using the fresh bread and you dice it up really, really small and mix it in, it's a big improvement. It really is. So how was your visit, Leanne, with your grandbabies? Oh, I need to rent somebody's baby. I need a baby to play with. Nobody around here has any babies. It's like a big burger. Onions. Yeah, sure, you could put onions in it. I don't put onions in it because my husband's a pain in the cheeks. So, but it definitely adds whatever you like is usually what you put in it. And I try to give it a little bit of a zip, but it's a mild zip. That's why I use the spicy brown mustard. It's amazing what even dried mustard. If you use dry mustard and put in it, it just gives it a great flavor. And you don't overcook it. You cook it until it's done in the middle. If you overcook it, it's going to dry it out. So you don't do that. So you got to watch it carefully. Always the best. One of your best things could be is a thermometer, a cooking thermometer, which is awesome. And usually about 165 ish is usually where beef is cooked to where it's not pink. If you don't want it pink in the middle, but yeah, you put in what you like. And they like it that I put the brown sugar and the ketchup and the mustard mixture on the top of it because it gives it that nice sweet savory mix, and it makes it taste really good. So I thought this was minis. We're talking recipes. That's all right. But here it is, guys. This is the one that I just finished. You see me putting this bad boy together. There was some challenges. Like I said at the beginning, we had some warping issues, and I didn't know it until I tried to install the second floor. But I had to rip it apart and readjust, and I got it to work. Now, yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell. The top here, the roofing, is usually gray, and this one I said no. I painted it purple. Uh, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let me turn that down a little bit more. Maybe you can see the purple color. There you go. I painted it purple because I'm thinking, I'm tired of the same old damn gray roof. So, and I changed a lot of stuff up to where I wanted to put it and how I fixed it up. And then, of course, we put the vine on top. And of course, the wiring on this one was really, really easy. And then we're going to turn it on so you guys can see it in its lit up glory. I bet paprika would be good too. Oh, yes, yes. Yes, it would. Paprika's great on everything. So, and this one has a lot of openings. And I noticed that they left a lot of raw edges, which you know how I am, anal Annie. I don't like the raw edges. Like this window here had raw edge on it, and I didn't like that. So I saved. That's why I always save the wood pieces, the leftovers. I cut it and I framed out and put a frame around this window. Same thing over here on this. This was a raw edge. I put wood framing around it because the raw edge just looked unfinished. It looks stupid. And then you had like the white edges from the paper of the roofing material, and you could see it. I just didn't like it at all. Same thing with where there was another one there where I had to frame it out. Oh, the back part here on this section here, it was raw edge, and they didn't have a cross that matched with the front. So I framed it out, and then I cut out a cross that matched what we had in the front, and I just added those on because it just didn't look right. So what I'm going to do is light it up for you so you can see. And still, I'm thinking to myself, I should have probably put more vinage in this area here because it's kind of bald. So I might still add that. So let's turn the lights on so you can see it lit up. And there it is, lit up. It is lit up. Get rid of that so it's a little better. I'm going to shut this off so you can see it. And there it is. I put a blue light in this lantern, so you get that blue glow all on the front stoop. And like I said, I just I changed things up so that I think it would improve it. But it's all lit up, every room, so stinking cute. So it was definitely a great build. And it had its own challenges, just like the rest of them do. But at least everything lit up. It works great. Look at the little lamp on the piano. I mean, can you stand it or what? Also, with this room here, it had just the table and the little lantern is on the table. I don't know if you could see it there. There it is. But there was no stool. So I took the scrap pieces and I made a stool and then put a couple of books on it. Because who's going to have a writing desk and nothing to sit on? I don't know why they didn't include one, but see, that's what I'm saying. When you build these, you make them your own and you add stuff as you go along. And it is very charming. It really is. So that's another one in the books, guys. Also here, this was kind of bland and plain. So I had this charm of angel wings and I added a red stone and I hung that on there just so there was just something else that was going on. Hey, Cheza, how you going? Super cute. Yeah, it was fun. Hey, Sarah, hello, welcome in. So that's it in a nutshell. And like I said, I always tweak them. You never know what I'm going to do with them after a while. Like I said, eventually, after I do like the Halloween village or something, I'm probably going to have to do like a giveaway or something because I don't have no more room, guys. So my husband goes, "What are you doing all this stuff?" I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go. But the next project, that one is going to be super fun. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with that one. Always talking about making things my own. Excuse me. That's pretty much what I'm going to do with this next one. I bought a kit that comes with everything. And we are going to do it from painting all the way up to finish. That so it's everything is going to be from the word go start as making it our own. Let me get this out of the way and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll roll my butt on over. Now I found this little kit, which is adorable, and it had the style. It come in different styles, but it has the style house that I was looking for, and this is the house that I was looking for, and it's a Gothic style house, and that's the kit that I got. That's what this is, and like I said, it is all finished. As far as this is like the same thing. I mean, it gives you everything that you need, and that's what it looks like. And this opens up, so it's adorable. It comes together, it's closed, and then you open it up like a book, and you got your little house inside, and everything is already painted and numbered and all that. But I'm going to get the airbrush out, and I'm going to paint this. We're going to do this Gothic style, so that means the furniture, the walls, everything is going to be repainted and redone before I start to assemble it, which is going to be super cool. Same thing with the roof here. It's got the roof design. We're going to paint this the color that whatever I pick. And then I'm going to individually paint on all of the tiles to give it that same look, but it's not going to be in blue. So that's the plan, Stan. Same thing with all the furniture. All the furniture will be assembled, but first we're going to paint it all, change the curtains, all of it. So that by the time we're done, it should be a cute little spooky Gothic style house. So that'll be so cool. It is Joe Vitelli. Hello, Joe. How is Joe doing? Sell online. Yeah, I could do that too. We'll see. But the thing is, then I worry about packing it and shipping it. So if I do a giveaway, I can't do it with the UK bunch because I'd be scared to death that you guys would never get it. And I've already heard I've had that nightmare happen before. So it would have to only be U.S. people, but I could sell. I don't know. I'm terrible at selling stuff. I always give stuff away. That's what I do. I can't help myself. And I don't know anybody that has really any little girls so that I could just give them to the little girls. It would be so cool. But that's the plan with this one. Even though it's supposed to be a cutesy little pinky, you know, romantic castle, I'm going to turn it into the Gothic style castle. So that is going to be so cool. And we're going to start it off with a base painting with the airbrush. So we get the great base paint and then go from there. Tonight I'm going to be working on, though, is, which you guys haven't seen in a while, is the miniature figurines. I'll show you what I've been doing with those. And the new ones that I bought, which are almost painted because they are so pretty. I had to do them. I just had to do them. So I'm going to move this down and grab our little fellas and bring them down here so I can show you guys what kind of trouble I've been into. Just rendering a little video, trying also to finish off Foreign House and Museum investigation. Oh, so nothing too difficult, right, Joe? Nothing too difficult. Believe it or not, it's $1.80 for single first class stamp here. Well, like the last time that I did a giveaway, I told you guys, somebody won a prize, and I sent this. It cost me a fortune to mail this stuff out. It was jewelry pieces, and it cost me like $25 just to send this out. And then one of the people didn't even get it. They held it up in customs. They wanted them to pay more money, and it was an outrageous amount. And I pretty much told her, I said, "You tell them where to stick that package. Don't you dare pay for it. It was supposed to be a prize." And it took 30 days for them, and I ended up getting it back. So that's why I'm afraid if I send anything to the UK, nobody's going to get it. And then what shape is it going to be in? Everything would have to be packed so carefully that they didn't get it broken. And, some of the stuff, you just look at it and it would break off. It's so delicate. I was going to do that with dollhouses someone was giving away, but literally I have no room for anything because I would goth that house up. Yes. Well, that's what I'm going to do with the big dollhouse when I bring that up. And then when I start that one is going to take probably a year to complete because it took me a year to do it the first time. But this time I'm going to be stripping it down and redoing it. So maybe a little bit. And then I'll bring you guys through the process. And it's really cool. I'm going to have to rewire it because I didn't like the wiring I used the first time. It just, I don't know, it was sucked. It was just bad wiring. So is the plan, is to rewire the whole thing and work my way up. Hello, Miss Betty. How are you? So yeah, I figured I'd sit here, try to relax a little bit. I'm a little bit more comfortable than I was earlier. And I should continue yard work tomorrow, but yeah, I think we're just gonna need a day off. Otherwise, I think I'm going to be crippled. So we won't want that to happen. Or at least I don't anyway, because I do have plans. I want to go out, and I can't do that if I can't walk. So here, guys, I'm going to show you all at once. My paint palette, big disaster, but there are the miniatures that I have been painting. And again, oh God, to have young eyes would be just glorious, but I think I'm not doing too bad. Even though I do magnifying glasses with everything, but there is one of the characters, if you guys can see. Isn't he cute? They're cute. So I've been doing them in stages, and then a few of these are going to be able to finish off. This is one of the new ones that I just got, and I had to do this one because it's the fortune teller. Wait for that camera to focus. She even has the deck of cards on there. I've trimmed them out in gold. It's just really cool. And the only thing left I have on her is her jewelry and her face. And then do a final coat on her. Hey, you're closing up on the wrong thing, camera. What the flip? So there she is. So it's really cool. And I've just, spruced it up, made it my own. It's a really neat piece. And the other piece that came with her was this other gypsy. And I've got her dolled up. I've got to do her jewelry and her face. And she also has cards in her hand. And then her headpiece I have to do. The hardest part I'm finding to doing this is actually finding what color I want to do them. Hey, Carla, how's it going? So those are the two newest ones. And actually, this is how I'm starting. Most of them, they all come, of course, they come gray. And then I do a base coat all in the white with the airbrushing. And this is a female warrior. She'll be next on the list. And then I've been working on these three here, which this one is cool. It has a dragon's head. I'm sorry, Pinky, but the head was, she lopped the head off. It's focusing right in the wrong direction. So we've got ourselves the head of the dragon, and she's sitting on top with the sword. I gave her pink hair. And then we've got this one here, which is our buffalo warrior. And I figured, well, we'd make him a little snazzy. And he's got green pants and a pink jacket. Makes him look tough, you know what I mean? Real man can wear pink. And then the next one that I also started working on was our ninja. What is it with this camera? It really likes to go over to where the paintbrushes are. And we've started doing him as well. So that's what I'm going to be working on tonight with you guys. Let's see, Victoria, do you know you're more a Victoria than Susan, right? Just thought I'd mention it. Yeah, the Dragon Slayer, Pinky the Dragon. Well, I'm thinking, gee, what color should I do her hair? And she's a little elf-like creature, and I'm thinking, well, I got to give her pink hair. So it's Pinky. Oh, maybe it's a ghost lore. I don't know, man. The camera's doing its own thing tonight. Could be. I haven't run my test like I normally do with the Spirit Talker today, just to see what would come up, because I was buried in yard work and grass. So yeah. So that's what we've been working on. And you can see they have all different ones, all its different stages. And then I still have more in the box. And then, of course, we still have the spaceships to do yet. So a little at a time. And you get to sit here and watch me do this and try not to screw it up. It's just, all part of the process. And this is our little mouse warrior, which actually is the first one I started. He's going to have some touch-ups, and I need to do a second coat on his cape, which I'll probably start with him first, so that you guys can see. It's exciting stuff. Tell that to Justin. That man can wear pink. Yeah. Yes, Pinky. It could be a man with punk hair. Yeah. Well, he's got horns, so I figured, why not? Because, like I said, I don't play the games that these go to. I have no idea what the hell is the game that these go to. I just picked them because they were fantasy characters, and I don't know what they are supposed to look like. But I figured, they're mine. I'm going to paint them the color I want. So that's how I roll. Just paint it the color I want. So we can add any color we want. So there. So hopefully everybody had a great weekend. The weather here, look at this thing. Look at this thing. Am I going to have to shut that off? Probably. I lost my train of thought. I was, what did anybody do anything exciting? I have to live vicariously through you guys because I don't get out. Or I haven't been able to get out. The color I'm using is a bright green. A little dab goes a long way. Did anybody do any kind of investigations or any kind of paranormal stuff? Any kind of, looks like my new metal persona. I can't even see what the hell that is. Dracilia? Is that what it is? personal Dracalia. Well, we're gonna say that that's you, and you the dragon slayer. And I seen a photograph online of a red dragon with that white detail, and I thought, oh, that's awesome. So I had to do that, and then all of a sudden it just said, okay, we've got to give her pink hair. So she got pink hair. So we got her light green in place. Bring this down so I can see what the hell I'm doing. And I'm just going to do a little touch. And that's the thing, me holding on to it without dropping it 100 times. And then I slowly work it up to that edge. And this is the kind of stuff that I do, guys. Every time my husband comes in, he just shakes his head. I said, I know. But it's so fun when you finally get them done and the finished result comes out so cool. And that's why I'm excited about doing the new doll house because, like I said, we're gonna do it from the base all the way up, changing the whole entire thing. So I'm excited to see how it's gonna come out. And hopefully I don't make up too bad of a mess. Like I said, I've been using the weed whacker and all that stuff all today, and my hands are shaking, stacking lumber and wood and trying to get things cleaned up and ready to rock and roll for my backyard. And you try to do as even strokes as you can. Now this is a light color, so I might have to do um, another layer on it because it's such a light color, just to get some of these shadowed areas to cover up. The beauty of it, this paint dries really fast. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. And I also managed to, I picked some French mint out of my yard and then grape leaves. So that is going to be nice. The grape leaf season has begun, which makes everybody happy because now I'm going to start saying, when are you going to make them? And the guy that chopped it up, I thought for sure he had ruined it, but he didn't. So thank God for that. It's still producing leaves, and so we should be all right. Look at it, it's picking up the lamp. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to have to shut that off because it's starting to really frost my cookies. Let's see. Something happened at p.m. Eastern, but it was a secret, so I can't tell. What do you mean you can't tell? At 7:30 Eastern, hush hush, top secret, can't tell. Here, she's dangling a carrot. Shame on you. Drakiri Kala is the Norse for god called a Kala lily. Oh, all right. I found a venue in an old bank near me. I don't know if it costs though. See here, my new crystal keeps falling from the coffee table 3 times. My back door started closing itself. Ooh, Heather's got some stuff going on there. Well, I had some weird stuff actually happen the other day, and actually, I just think it was my eyes playing tricks on me because I was just so tired. I kept seeing a shadow in the corner of my eye, and every time I would look there, naturally nothing there. So that's why I'm just thinking it was just my eyes playing tricks on me because, like I said, I should be in a coma right now, but I'm not. And then my sister's talking about how they plan on going next weekend to like the Renaissance Fair, and they want me to go with them. I said, "Are you kidding?" I said, "I can't do that. I can't walk around those places. So you're gonna have to push me around in a cart. Too hot, too far to walk." I would love to go. It would be so fun because I've never been to one, but that's not gonna happen. So I get to enjoy the pictures. slowly do that first layer. You don't need to see the lamp. Stop it, camera. And I'm going to let that set and cure before I apply another coat to that. Let's see. Heather, it's so interesting. Wow. Yeah, I would check it out. Rent a scooter. That's what I was thinking, man. Maybe. I don't know. It pisses me off because I miss out on everything now. Because you have to walk so far. And I could make it probably, I could push myself about an hour. And then after that, I'm done. And if the vehicle isn't close by, I'm stuck. So that's, I don't do anything. That takes a lot. Like when I go out and do the investigations in the cemeteries, I start walking, and then my husband slowly follows me from behind and parks a little ways off, so that if I can't make it back to the truck, then he'll pick me up. But otherwise, yeah, I can't. I don't push it because I know I'm going to get stuck. Let's see. At the end of Raven's stream, the game started playing loudly while she was talking, and we nearly crapped ourselves. Oh man. See some weird shit going on. Weird. We had some stuff happen in our house too. Things moving upstairs when no one was up there. Things moving on their own and feeling the cat rubbing against our legs while Phoebe is asleep in her tree. Ooh. You have a ghost kitty? It's a pale brown quartz. Good for grounding. There are roughly 15 crystals on my table. Just that one. Ah. Interesting. You got to just put out a recorder or something. Maybe you could pick up some sound, or because I've been wanting to do that here and I haven't. So it's Leanne. I just my phone just vibrated. Leanne. Oh my god. Leanne's gonna have to adopt me. Venues often have electric scooters. Well, that's what I was thinking. Maybe if I brought like the scooter that we got, go zipping around, skipping around doing all that. But I don't know. We'll have to see, because it would be fun. I'm trying to think of what the hell I've got to do. I've got. I know. I just have to go down a list. Ghost kitties drive me nuts. Yeah, Leanne's got herself some ghost kitties. And I wonder sometimes if I've got something going on here, because it's really strange. That's the wrong color. I don't want yellow ochre. I want burnt sienna. That's over here. We're going to work on her. She needs a second coat of tan. There's a big thing happening here all the time. You hear something slide and fall, but there's nothing there. Oh, cool. I'm sitting here innocently in Oregon. Yeah. Leanne, there's nothing innocent about you, you little devil. Oh my God. But you'd be so proud of me today, Leanne. I busted my keister and I got stuff accomplished. Even my father goes, "Oh, geez, it's looking so nice." I said, "You think?" Once we clean up all your crap. So here we're gonna give her some more of a suntan, guys. Burnt sienna is great for that when you want something to look like it's tan. I'm gonna start with the back of her leg, right where that red hair is, next to the devil's head. And we're going to put that in. If I didn't have the magnifying glass, I would not be able to do this, because I cannot see where the lines end. So thank you, Jesus, for magnifying glasses. Definitely helps out us old folk. This is like a wolf woman, and I gave her red hair with her burnt sienna skin. And she's got skulls all over the place. So she's even standing on one. So that's pretty cool. And I'm going to actually antique that skull, make it look older. But we lucked out with some great weather finally for the last few days. So it made it a lot easier for us to get the projects almost completed. Um, my only concern is actually my camper because it hasn't been touched in a couple of years. And when we took the tarp off, we were a little pissed off. Just it's a normal wear and tear because you're supposed to treat the roofs on those every year, and we didn't. So we have pit marks, small pinholes. So yeah, that's what my husband was patching up all day yesterday. Then we can't put the sealant on until we have a good 3-4 days of hot weather. So that's what'll be going on this week. It has to be rolled on, and then it should be good to go. Let's see. No dancing on the lawn. I couldn't even streak on our lawn. Boy, I'm telling you. Unless I use the scooter. I have a friend in Southampton. Her security camera keeps picking up what looks like angels. Oh my God. Oh, would love to see that. I've had some stuff captured off screen. I was live playing a game. I kept hearing things moving to my right and tried to work out where it was coming from. And when I asked it to stop, it did. It did it about 4 to 5 minute times. Wow. Did you know that there's new music boxes that play Tiptoe Through the Tulips you can't use in any video for YouTube? You get copyright strikes. Yeah, you think they would think of that, but they don't. Yeah, you get copyrighted for everything. So that's why I don't usually put music stuff unless somebody makes it up for me. Or I pick up the crap that, they usually allow you to use, which is pretty lame stuff. And actually, I did something tonight, guys. I was watching, did a quick pop in on the Jack Osborne show on YouTube. He was live. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go for it. So I typed into the comments that I would love to have him on this show and, you know, hear about his experiences. Wouldn't that just blow your socks off? I mean, I know he does the Hollywood crap, but it would just be fun actually if he said yes. Hey, why not, right? Give it a shot. The worst they could say is no. At least I tried. So we'll see what happens. That would be so cool. Because you never know. They might say yes. And it would make for an interesting show. And I would love to hear like the questions that you guys would come up with. I've tried a few times to get Ghost Quest and they haven't answered me, so I have a rule. 3 times I ask, and if I don't get an answer, then I leave it alone. Because that pretty much means they're not interested. So that's a shame. I would have loved to have had them on. Again, just to have one hell of a show. Let's see. Go through. Leanne, is sometimes loud, and other nights it sounds like a bag falling. There's no way. Imagine that would be awesome. Heather, wait a minute. I read that there was a meteor that exploded. A lot of people in the U.S. have heard of it. My husband said something about it, that a car got hit by a meteor. He didn't tell me if it was here or I don't know where the hell it was. As my man used to say, shy brains, kids get nowhere, nothing. Don't ask, you'll never know. Yeah, that's right. So I asked. Where's he says no? Like I said, we know he's doing his Hollywood thing, and a lot of that stuff is probably BS. But hey, it would make for an interesting interview. And I think you guys would get a hoot out of it. So we'll see if he contacts me. If not, I'll move along. That's all. Just move along. I still want to set up the show with my cousin's husband and the other guys with talking about the UFO stuff and his paranormal experiences. He's had many. It's a shame that they don't do it anymore because of that incident that they had that was very traumatizing. And so yeah, they're not in it anymore. But boy, did they caught some really great stuff when they were active. I still don't know what color I'm going to do her toenails. Let's see. Maybe I'll do them red. Wouldn't that be cool? All right. And I still got to do the devil's eyes and redo the skulls. So we've got that. And then she's got something in her hand. I have no clue what the hell it is. So I'm going to think it's like a fireball, and that's how I'm going to paint it because I don't know what the hell it is. I cannot make out what it is. So we're just going to think it's a fireball, and I'll do it with yellow and red and make it look like a fireball. Because I have no clue what it is. It's just a strange shaped piece. I have no idea what it is. So I'm thinking fireball because of the devil's, or and it's not even heart shaped. So I don't know. Maybe it's the devil's heart. Who the flip knows? We'll do the best we can on that. Well, my hands aren't too bad as I thought they were because. Shh, don't say anything too. Oh, no, I just dropped it. I haven't dropped it yet, but I just did it. Our political parties and leaders had a crash in a biplane. All right, I'll be going. Have a good night. Oh, you're leaving us. You probably got to get some sleep. We get it. Good night. Good night, sir. My dog's going bananas. She's barking at something. I don't know. I didn't check. Camera really loves your lamp tonight. Yeah, I know. Damn. You're not supposed to see that I've got this magical equipment. So I can see what the hell I'm doing. You're all supposed to think, oh, wow, she can see all that? That's great. I'm going to do the face one more time. Quick. Before I tackle that hair again. She's got like this warrior dude going on here. Pretty awesome. And even though it's raining, it is freaking warm in here. I've got 2 fans going. I must have hot pants. That's because Joe's in the house. That's what it is. He gave me hot pants. I love raising him. It's great. Great fun. The new issue of the magazine will be out first thing in the morning, guys. I hope you enjoy it. It was fun as usual putting it together. Some good stories. I don't know why it's all of a sudden doing it because it wasn't doing it before. Maybe it is a spook. I got a spook camera guy tonight. And he's doing the angles the way he wants. Make sure I got that whole face in there. Oh, she's still bitching. My dog's bitching. You're a big mouth? And I got the door closed. Big mouth. So it's a good thing I didn't let her in the studio. And we've got the face all done, and then I'll do the red again. Oh, missed part of the leg. Can't do that. Gotta get all that leg in there. And that's the thing, is you don't want to touch what's already painted. I'm good for that. I usually end up with paint all over my fingers. So usually all over me. When I do commercial painting, my husband won't have a drop on him. I've got it all over me, my clothes. I really get into it. I achieve the same things that he does. It's just that I end up wearing a lot of the paint. Where he doesn't even get a drop on the floor. It makes me sick. He goes in clean, comes out clean. Me? Yeah, you know I've been painting. I usually get it all over. I just really put everything into what I do. Well, let's see. Maybe someone's at the door. I should know. I've got a message, probably. So that means I'm going to have to run down to the door. Because Leanne, Avon calling. I haven't used Avon in years. How about you guys? I don't know many people that sell Avon anymore. Let me clean off my brush. And I'm going to have to go check, guys, because apparently Avon is calling. Yep, Avon is called at the door. I'm going to run down, go grab that, guys. I'll be right back. You could stare here. You can stare at the Warrior Woman. I'll put the music on, and I'll be right back.
Dry leaves, the cold air on my skin bites. Shadows slipping through the grave. Something is not quite right. Footsteps echo, but no one is near. Whispered voices ring in my ear. Oh, did you hear that? Or am I insane? I am silent, but a whisper remains. Cross out where the lost collide. Cross out where the truth ain't brushed aside. Phantom whispers crawling in my head of secrets that aren't quite dead. That aren't quite dead. Whispers among graves calling my name. Cold hands reaching, feel my flame. Breath on my neck, I'm not alone. Raw side screaming to the unknown. Raw side where the lost collide. Raw side where the truth ain't brushed aside. Phantom whispers crawling in my head of secrets that aren't quite dead. That aren't quite dead. Lights flicker, shadow leaps through the veil what sleeps beneath. Raw side, fingers brush the divide. Raw side, feel it burning inside. dry leaves, the cold air on my skin bites. Shadows slipping through the grave. Something is not quite right. Footsteps echo, but no one is near. Whispered voices ring in my ear. Oh, did you hear that? Or am I insane? I am silent, but a whisper remains. Cross-eyed where the lost collide. Cross-eyed where the truth ain't brushed aside. Phantom whispers crawling in my head of secrets that aren't quite dead. That aren't quite dead. Whispers among graves calling my name. Cold hands reaching, feel my flame. Breath on my neck, I'm not alone. Raw side screaming to the unknown. Raw side where the lost collide. Raw side where the truth ain't brushed aside. Phantom whispers crawling in my head of secrets that aren't quite dead. That aren't quite dead. Lights flicker, shadow leaps through the veil what sleeps beneath. Raw side, fingers brush the divide. Raw side, feel it burning inside. Da, 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 da.
Okay, guys, I'm back. It took me a long time to get down the stairs. Avon dropped off some pizza and chicken wings. Thank you so much, Leanne. Oh, for making sure that I don't starve to death. Who joined in while I was gone? Admin, hello. Hello, Wayne. Make sure that you all have pressed the like button. Yes, please press the like button. Wayne is leaving. Ah, comes in, drops a bomb, and leaves. Yes, Wayne. Sexy, bald, and beautiful. Cook steep lavender essential oils in your kitchen. Burn yourself, rinse in cold water, and apply lavender oil. Heals the burn right away. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I have an aloe plant. So if I burn myself, I just snip off the plant and rub the aloe on it. Just here for a quickie. See, he comes here, using me for a quickie, and then he takes off. Oh, Wayne. But I know it's late. That's all right. I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide. Only if the area is cooled first. Yeah, I never heard of anybody using lavender oil on burns. Good tip. I've always used just the aloe plant because yeah, I'm usually pretty good at. I'm just a hot mess, you know that shit. Oh my God, Laura, naughty lady, get to the corner. Oh, I've been banned to the corner. Sometimes I gotta be naughty. Can't help myself. Honestly, if you knew how naughty I was. This is 1 a.m. You're trying not to watch through one eye. I've done that. Yes, during this live stream, I've splashed boiling water on my hands. Almost healed by now. Get out. What the hell did you do? How did you do that? Staying awake on Sundays as I do. You know what? I always say I'm going to go to sleep early, and I just don't make it. My sleeping schedule is messed up. And then when I finally do fall asleep, I'm asleep for an hour and then I'm up. And then I fall back asleep again for another, and then I'm up again. Wayne is in the corner rocking now. Oh, is that why I got to go in the corner with him? Well, at least it's not the closet. You know that old game, 7 Minutes in Heaven? Back in the day, we had chill spray that instantly cooled and covered. Really? We have this stuff. It's an aloe gel. It's a first aid gel for burns, and that works really good too. I use that on whenever somebody gets a sunburn. Naughty step. Being naughty is fun though. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to. Like the other night there when I was doing the show with Joe, and it was so god awful hot in here, and I looked like total train wreck because of the yard work. So yeah, I did. I was in my bra. That's why I used the avatar, and my husband goes, "What the hell are you doing?" I said, "Nobody can see nothing." So see, it was being naughty. See, last night I just kept waking up because my legs kept cramping up on me, and I have a feeling I'm gonna have that problem tonight too. But the yard is looking beautiful, so that's all I care about. It's looking nice. I'm boiling a big piece of meat for the dog. I was trying to cut it up in a bit in a pan, and it slipped. Boiling water splashed up and covered both hands. Rinse and glory applied that lavender. Oh my God, Leanne! Pay attention to what you're doing. Don't pay no mind to us. Good Lord, getting yourself scalded. Not fun at all. I don't want to be known as the show that scarred Leanne get off my lawn. Scarred her. I'm the one that's supposed to be the train wreck, not you. It's like I was telling my father the other night that we took the trash out, and I got hit in the face by that swing, that piece of metal. And he just shook his head because I've been that way my whole life. I was always such a tomboy, and jumping over ditches and, doing shit that girls usually didn't do. And I'd always end up with a nail in my foot or my leg or busted up fingers. I mean, it's just. I'm messing around anything hot. And I'm a blacksmith too. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. So sweaty at the moment, Grim. Yeah, well, it's raining here, but it's still warm in the room. And I don't want to open the door because then I'll get attacked by the dog. So, and she likes to knock into stuff. That's why my son won't teach me welding because I want to learn how to weld and weld art pieces. And he's like, no, you'll set yourself on fire. And he's right, I will. I'll end up setting myself on fire. I can see it all now. Next show I'll be all crispy and shit. New hairdo, everything. Hey, Julie, how's it going? So yeah, it's I just I'm the kind of person, I don't know if it's the same as anybody else. When I could be walking past something, I say, oh God, I better, you know, careful going around it because the corner of it's gonna like hit my leg and all this. I think it and I do it. Is it a subconscious thing? I don't know. Oh, don't walk too close to the table. The corner of it's gonna jab you in the thigh and leave a bruise. And man, Laura does it. Oh, Julie's not having a good day. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, crispy and shit. Yeah, they made me all crispy and shit. Crispy crunchy. I'd have to change the show. The crispy crunchy show. Heather's film played about 3 Heathers in America that go on a murderous spree. Oh my god. I think I recall something to that effect. Are you trying to tell us something, Heather? Maybe it's intuition and you're ignoring. Who knows? But I'm telling you. But I can't think of the lottery numbers. But I think, okay, no, be careful walking over this because you're going to fall down and bust your ass. What do? Fall down and bust my ass. It happens all the time. It's really annoying. That's why my husband calls me bucket ass. Still walking into the corner of the bath, jammed my little toe. Oh, that so hurts. Oh, man. That's me already. Damn. And Laura, it's worse when you're as clumsy as me and you take blood thinners. The color purple is growing. Oh, jeepers. Oh, my God. Well, see, we bruise easy. My family, I get that from my mother. Bruising easy. So, yeah, if I just bump into something, my lip, yep, that's going to be a big bruise. And it is. That's why I was surprised when I got smashed in the face with that pipe. And it was right below my eye. It's still puffy, but I didn't get a black eye. I was waiting for the black eye. And yeah, it didn't. Thank God it didn't show up. Try to explain that one. Boy, I could have played that off big time. I could have said, "Oh, my husband busted me in the face." Oh, it's terrible. I got busted in the face. Okay, I'm gonna do a little red because I'm assuming this is some form of fireball that this woman. Oh, I just stuck my finger in the paint. I don't know. I can't get it close enough so you guys can figure it out either. See, I have no clue what the hell she's holding. But it looks like fire flames to me. So guess what? That's what it's going to be. So I'm going to mix up some color for that one. And we're going to paint a fireball in her hand. Well, hello, Haas. Welcome in. Bruised like a peach. Yeah, same here. It does suck. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Okay, we need a little bit of red. And I want a little bit of orange. And I want a little bit of yellow. A little bit of yellow. So let's put these back. Oh, man down. Man down. I dropped it. What a surprise that I dropped one. Put that back. Big shocker there. Hey Pam, how's it going? Yep, life sucks. Oh, Julie, what's going on now, Julie? Same shit, different day, or is it increased? Once I dropped an extended paint roller, it hit me square in the nose. Oh, yeah, I know. Because how do you explain that? Because if you tell them the truth, they're gonna be like, yeah, sure. You're like, no, honest. Because that's what I was thinking. Like I said, it just missed my eye, and I'm thinking, oh crap. And then I was waiting. And I'm thinking, I'm gonna end up with a shiner, and nothing happened. So I said, okay, I'm good. I'm good. So, but it's still puffy. I keep putting an ice pack on it. Is it a small torch? No, it's just like it's a ball, and it flames up. So I'm thinking and it's not heart shaped, so it's not a heart. I'm thinking it's a ball of fire. That's what I'm going to paint it like. And that's just the way it goes. I'm going to do it the color I want because I have no idea what the hell it is. A little touch of orange. Nearly fell off my garden steps the other day. Oh, man. Piggy, I feel your pain. I'm on bleeding at the same. It's annoying. I dropped a frozen turkey on my foot. Oh my god! Oh my god! She turkeyed her foot. Well, it's like when Carla, she actually burnt herself with the grease from the turkey on Thanksgiving, and I know they must have been. It was horrible. You guys seen her foot? It was terrible. It was bad burn. And I had to break her balls. So I said, if you didn't have enough turkey, it didn't mean you had to cook up your foot too. Trying to lighten the mood. What is this new project? Oh, well, I am just getting you guys caught up on all the miniature figurines that I've been painting. And there's a whole bowl. Maybe if I just turn this, you can see them all. Kind of, sort of. Oh, man down. That woman always falls down. This is one of the new ones I got. And she will not stay up. I'm going to have to glue her ass down. But I've got a bunch of miniatures that I had started. And I'm just trying to, go over with yous and get caught up with them. And I have a sneeze coming. And I think it's passed. Best thing was no bruise. I was devastated. Oh, gee, it must have hurt like a biatch. It must have hurt. But that's something that, yeah, I would have done. Would have just, dropped it right on there. So I'm going to mix these colors together to get the color that I'm looking for. Kind of that fire red, but it always has that tinge of orange to it. So we'll kind of do like a mixture here. Just to get that right colored red that I want. Because I don't want it to match your hair. Because your hair is straight red. I want this to be more orangey. And then tip it off with yellow. No evidence. Yeah. I just described. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That's wonderful. I hope you enjoy it. Yes, Sundays we do the miniatures, and I do a morning coffee chat show 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then Wednesday nights is when I do strictly paranormal stuff. But yes, welcome. I hope you enjoy I try to mix it up, do a little bit of everything. So, because even though we enjoy the paranormal, it gets a little tedious. So I try to break it up. And then when I get a chance and I get out and I get some filming in, I do mostly cemetery content, and I've got to get out. We're gonna have some nice weather coming up, so I plan on getting out and doing some of that. So anyway, I got my mix, so it's kind of like an orangey red, fire color. Oh, I'm gonna put that all on this, and then I'm gonna tip it off with a little bit of yellow, and to give that flame effect. Scooch that down in there. And I got to start lining up some interesting guests to have on the show. I'm excited for the 10th. We've got John, Bigfoot Adirondack, Bigfoot Hunter. He's going to be on again. He's going to get us up to date on what he's been up to up in the mountain. And he's got some great news stories to share with some of the locals. I was having a discussion actually with my father. My father goes, I don't believe in it yet. I said, what? I don't believe what everybody thinks that they think it is. It's a big hairy man. I think it's a bear-like creature that we just haven't discovered yet. If there is an existence, I think that's what it is. And I always use the example, because once upon a time there was no such thing as giant squid. And we were proven wrong with that one because there is giant squid. So who's to say there's not some kind of like a bear-like creature stomping around in the forest? And who knows? You got to leave that door open because you just don't know. Not to mention the fact that just like in the ocean, there's tons and tons of aquatic life that we don't even know about yet. And they're finding these really interesting creatures the further down that they go. Just like they still think that there might be a chance that there's one of those megalodon sharks that is still down there, because they've been finding humongous bites out of giant sharks. So what the hell's chewing on these sharks? It's got to be something that's bigger. So who knows? I mean, even though they thought that it was, extinct, it might not be. It still might be floating around somewhere. Oh, and Leanne, did I say thank you for the Avon? I don't remember if I did, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Even though it took me forever to get out of the chair and go get it. Everything I own hurts. It's just reminding me that, I'm using parts that I forgot I had. Bigfoot early man just missed evolution. I know that's something, and everybody goes, oh, it's all bullshit. But there's just too many weird things. And like I said, I have a friend who actually had an experience up in the mountain here with his daughter. You've heard me tell that story. And they have no idea what the hell they ran into. So, and she's seen it with her own eyes. And it was a big, hairy creature. So all I'm thinking is maybe it's a different kind of a bear that we don't know about yet. Got to be careful tromping around the woods now. I found a pot patch once, had 100 pot plants in a bucket laid out to plant. Ooh, yeah, be careful. Yep, Meg, but also huge squid. Right, because remember, there used to be old stories back in the day. Oh, the squid brought the ship down, and you're all drunk, you're all crazy. And then when one washed up on shore, there you go. The existence was real. It's been amazing catching up, but I got to go to bed. It's after 1, and I need your beauty sleep. She needs her beauty sleep. Miss Chelsea. Thanks for joining us, sweetie. I always appreciate you coming in. And the door is still open, Ches. If you ever want to come on and chat sometime, you are more than welcome. And send our hellos to the shrimpster. Oh, that was the back reminded me not to do that. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? And that's what I'm saying. When he comes on, I'd love to see what your questions are going to be. because people are just like shut totally down on that. Oh, no, no, no. But why not? I mean, just why not? I'm going to dab this a little bit here and there to get that flame effect. Just look at my top edges there. Just little yellow, little dab will do it. There we go. See the good spot on the top there. Maybe a little bit more. I don't want to overdo. I don't want overkill, but just have a little bit of a. There we go. So now we've got a little touch, which is, I don't know, guys. I'm sorry, it's hard to see it. Little dab of yellow, just to give it that flaming effect. Someday I'll get it to where this works correctly and close, close up on, so you guys can actually see it. Maybe it's got to do with the lighting. Who the hell knows? Still got to figure it out, but you could make it out a little bit there where I got the yellow accented to represent the fire. And I might, maybe, let me beef it up a little bit more. I think it needs to beef up a little bit more. Let me catch up what you guys are saying. Hey, TARDIS, welcome in, welcome in. I've been lurking, but I'm here. That's okay, lurk away. I'm hearing the story from my mom's stepdad. I think it's possible. He was, a matter of fact, he didn't have a sense of humor. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's I don't know. It's really strange. So, why couldn't it be possible? I mean, seeing that, like I said, the squid thing turned out to be real. Who's to say that there isn't some kind of bear-like creature eluding mankind because he's probably smarter than us? There we go. Then I like that better. So there we got that little touch of yellow. And I mean, there was no reason for my friend and his daughter to make that thing up. I mean, he was telling me, because he told me that night, he messaged me. He says, "Oh my God," he goes, "Shannon had the shit scared out of her," and he explained what happened. And I go, "Oh my God," because he was thinking just bear, and she said, "No, I know what an effing bear looks like," and this girl don't swear, so it scared her enough to use the F word. You may have to have a separate camera for close-ups. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I mean, this camera's great. It really is. But the autofocus only works when it wants to. I gotta look more into it. It happened to him in 47 before Bigfoot became a thing. Yeah, see what I'm saying? So, I don't know. And that's the thing that kills me. With the stuff that's out there, it's all rigged because with the cameras, Christ sakes, my son can get a close-up of the moon with his phone. And these people can't get a close-up of a Bigfoot. So that's when it's made up shit. So, and it's been a long time since I've been traipsing through the woods, deep in the woods. So it gets a close-up of my boob. Did you see that? What the hell was that? So that's what I'm saying. It's something that we're missing. And we just got to figure it out. Okay, I still got a lot of this red left. Where can I use this red? Somewhere, right? I hate to let paint go to waste if I can use it somewhere else. And I don't see anything else that I'm working on right at the moment that could use this color, so we're going to have to let it slide. And I think what we're going to do is work on the pinky. Next, while we're waiting for Madame Wolf Creature to dry up a bit, and we're going to work on Little Miss Pinky. Little Miss Pinky, the Dragon Slayer. And I got to think of what color we're going to put on her outfit. Let's see. I don't know. purple? You want purple clothes? Maybe? A nice purple? Or gray? Oh, maybe a gray. Nah, I'm thinking purple. Let's do purple. Camera has priorities. Oh, it's showing the boob. It's the priority, I guess. I don't know. Ain't nobody want to see those. Well, I don't know. Yeah, Painting Pinky, we're going to give her purple. Well, yeah, I can use that red, or I'll mix the blue with that. We'll see what happens. That was a little more than I wanted, but that's usually how that works. I'm going to mix that up and see what we come up with. Make up a color, right? What the flip, right? There we go. Mixing it in with that red that I had left over. Oh. And of course, I had that yellow in it. See how we're getting. I forgot the yellow. So guess what? It's green. So green it is. Because I forgot I had the yellow in there. Once the yellow is in it, it's got green. Black and purple. She wants black and purple. Heather, I thought they were saying it was eels. That would be about 450 pounds. Oh, wait. What did I? Nessie. They say no, but there's evidence of new tech that shows a massive outline of something. I agree. Because, and that's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's just a giant eel or serpent of some kind. I don't think it's the dinosaur, myth, but I do think it might be either a giant snake or something like that, an eel, and that there's underground caves through that waterway. So maybe it's taken off. So I agree with that one. And that's what that is. That is let me see. It's dark on my palette. I'm going to paint it on my finger to see what color it is. No. That's what I do sometimes, is test the color to see. It's a purple color. It's a dark purple. Darker. I can lighten it up. Let me lighten it up because I don't want it's a little too dark. Let's add a little white. A little smidge of white. Just to brighten it up a little bit. Laura, you're so good at this. Oh, thank you. I have fun. I hope you guys enjoy it. The camera is insane. Well, at least I got a shirt on today, right? I don't think anybody wants to see the bra. It hasn't gotten that warm yet for the bra, for the shirt to come off. There we go. I like that purple better. This is a pretty one. Yes. So we're going to do this purple for the clothes. We got that. That's nice. And then we're going to give her a purple costume. I wondered about sturgeon. Oh, yeah. Never thought about that. It's still a part of seawater, water coming up from the North Sea. So it could be. Yeah. There's something. That's what I'm saying. We don't know. So when you get people say, oh, no. I'm thinking, come on, how the hell do you know? We don't know what's down there. So we're going to get in there and do her a little purple action. And she's got like wrapped sandals on her feet. So we'll do those in black, Pinky. So you'll get your purple and black with your pink hair. I don't know. That's actually a good thing to chat about during a program, to see what people's thoughts are on that. Because like I said, you get a lot of there's so many people on either side of the fence. And I've never really looked into it to see if anybody's done any kind of real research to see what they would find if they went looking for it. I do know that they said that they're thinking there's underground caves and waterways, and that's why it hasn't been caught, because it takes off. But I'm thinking, yeah, giant snake or eel. Then it sticks his head up through there, Oh, boob shot again. Sorry. Of course, there are 3 or 4 different YouTube stories about Nessie going around. But right, is it? Uh, sturgeons get pretty big. I don't know how big, but pretty big. Sage, you're not prehistoric. Oh. You're just crusty like the rest of us. Make sure to go around that hair because that was a special pink blend that I used. So I don't want to screw it up. So we gotta slide that in there. But actually, yeah, I don't know. That's the thing. There's all kinds of things on YouTube. But, what do you believe is the real deal? You can't take half of the stuff at face value because just like with the paranormal, oh, this, there, this, and yeah, okay, sure. I enjoy the stories, but show the evidence. I mean, that's what we're all about, right? I mean, I'm nothing against a good story, but don't claim it's real when you know, yeah, okay, whatever. And I think that's a problem with a lot of stuff that's going on. People just believe what they're told, and that's it. And then when you get other people to go in there and do the investigating and the research, and they find out it's crap, and then these people will fight to their death. Oh no, 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 no. Uh-huh. But people are going to believe what they believe, and that's fine. But then don't turn around and bitch when people debate it with you, because everybody's entitled to their opinion. We always have to remember that everybody's entitled to their opinion. We don't have to like it. All the little nooks and crannies you gotta squeeze in there in that purple color. There she is, got that purple thing going on. She's got gloves on too. Let's see. All right, I missed. What you say. The biggest sturgeon, usually 9 to 10 feet, maybe 12 feet. European sturgeons are huge. I know they get really big, but I don't know exactly what is the true length of an adult. Um, we had a story around here where a kid, and we heard this from a woman who used to sell bait in our area. Her son went spearfishing with his buddy. Where they were spearfishing was pretty deep water, and he was swimming along and thought it was his friend next to him, and it wasn't. It was a fish that was longer than him, so it had to be. Yeah, talk about shit himself. He shit himself. Big, big fish. Yeah, I usually, if it's big enough to eat you, that's it. I'm done. I don't want nothing to do with that. We got that purple going on. I'm also going to break this purple up with another lighter color because the full suit is all that one color and it's just an overload. So we're going to fancy her up with a little added accessory detail. Gotta get the boob. She can't have one white boob, one purple boob. It just won't look good. She'll be lopsided. Hi everyone, forget to clock the. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the camera will magically autofocus. Yeah, too bad it's autofocusing on the wrong parts. It's doing its thing, man. Doing its thing. Boy, I'm hoping I can sleep later. I'm gonna have to take a bunch of Tylenol. And I'm definitely gonna just take it easy. 4 days in a row, I think, is enough. And I'll have to talk myself out of it because I'll think, oh, it's good weather. I get out there and do that. And no, even though they say once you're stiff, really, I gotta get a different brush. This brush is not fine enough to reach that one corner. We say, oh, I'm not gonna do it and rest, and yeah, well. But then I say, it's good just to get right back out there and continue because it's good for the muscles. Okay. Tell my muscles that. And then we do the elbow. And the underside. And there she's got a purple costume going on. And then we will, I don't know if you guys can see it. I think you can see it, kind of, sort of. And we'll let her dry before we hit it up again with that color. Let's wash these brushes out. Your camera is working overtime tonight. In and out, in and out. I was going to be all tired out. In and out. Get that clean, clean, clean. Very important. Always clean your brushes. We don't want those tips to get ruined. Let's see here. They're long, dark, sinuous. One swim near the surface, which matches many messy descriptions of a hump or long neck. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. That maybe it's something we got to look up. I don't have to look that up. I'm going to have to look up the whole thing. Put it in the magazine. Oh, just let you guys know. If you remember, the magazine is going to be available first thing tomorrow morning. Go check it out. They could stretch their necks up like a snake. Oh, she wants to know, can they stretch their necks up like a snake? I don't know. To be honest, I don't. Largest, according to Google, is 1,571 kilograms. So that's 3,463 pounds. 23 feet, 7 inches of beluga sturgeon. Holy mackerel. That's big. But again, yet another one of our mysteries. When was that, though? A century ago? Who knows? Who knows? Definitely worth checking out and seeing what comes up. Okay, now that I'm waiting for those to dry, I'm going to hit up our Kung Fu dude. This fancy blue pants. And let me see what color. Color belt do I want to give up? Black belt? Is that too? Yeah, I think a black belt. And maybe I'll leave the shirt white. I don't know. But we will definitely do a black belt. I think that'll be a good deal. I don't know. It really is interesting. But you know how it goes. If somebody sees something, it's automatically, oh, it's this or it's that, or when it obviously could be just another sea-type creature, like I said, a giant snake or eel. We got to kick out the obvious first before we start calling dinosaur. I don't know. I just don't. That would be the first thing that I would jump to. I love that, like a sturgeon. Oh, yeah. It also, that's the record. It also says overfishing makes big ones very rare. Yep. Touched for the very first time. Where my mom used to live in Valley, neighbors just let us know that a cougar got their 16-year-old cat. They caught it, packed it off the trail cam. And they caught it packing up. Oh God, I can't even read. One of the trail cams they set up. That's scary. It is scary. I don't play around with any of that stuff. That's serious scariness. Let's see here. I think I'll do it black and then I'll trim it in gold. What do you think of that one? That sounds like a plan to me. Black trimmed with gold. And that tip is not working out. Let's use the other one. That guy was hilarious. Is he still alive? I don't even know if he's still alive. There we go. Much smoother. And a better result with this. That's what I'll do. Black trimmed in gold. But definitely the next one we're going to do is we're going to start airbrushing those panels and starting that little goth house. That would be so cool. Of course, this little one, the new house there that we're going to be working on, it takes different batteries. I got to look up to see how much these batteries are. The little like watch batteries. They gave me the number, and of course, it didn't come with the kit, so I've got to find those online and see what they want for those so that we can make it light up. Let's see if it goes with it. So I'm make sure I've got the right thing here. Sometimes this stuff blends in together, and you got to make sure you got the right thing going on. And it goes there. So we're getting that little black belt thing going on. Oh, we had a cat mauled by a coyote in the neighborhood the other day. Oh no. They had that actually. They happened a few years back in Missouri where people kept saying that they were seeing signs of cougar in the area. They're like, no, there's no cougar out here. They kept denying that anything like that was out there. And the kids would be waiting out. You're out in the middle of the country. The kids are waiting for the bus for school. At the crack of dawn, and your kid's out there on the corner. You got this cat prowling around, and thank God the cat never got anybody. But they discovered, there was one in the area. They found signs of it, and so then people had to watch for their kids didn't get snatched. My niece was one of them. I told my sister-in-law, I said, oh my God, you better start taking her to school. Don't let her stand out there on a country road in the dark waiting for a stupid school bus. You're a snack. I mean, we have mountain lion up in this area, up in the Adirondacks, but it's way up. But they tell you, even though when you're on doing hiking trails, stay on the trails, do not deviate. So they're telling you that pretty much the cats will wander the way down further towards the trails. So you got to be careful. I've never seen any, but I know we know they're there, and we just don't go onto the higher altitudes unless we're on a designated trail. And even that's not a guarantee that it won't show up. So it's pretty scary. So yeah, it's supposed to be really nice this coming week. I'm hoping to get out, do some cemetery stuff. Got a few that I want to go back and visit. And then just do, a quiet session with the recorder and see if I can pick up anything. Now that the holiday weekend is over, there won't be as many people in the cemeteries. That's why I waited. When the holiday comes, everybody goes and plants their flowers. Want to visit their loved ones. Last thing they need is some goofball in the corner with a recorder and a camera. So it was best just to wait. Okie dokie, got that. Oh, one little more spot we got. And when the belt is done, in the black, and then I will trim it in the gold when it dries. So we have beltage. Nice. We're gonna let him sit and relax. Oh, let's see. I'm glad that the kitties stay inside. How many miniatures do you have now, Laura? Let's see. Well, here are the little miniature figurines. There is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I have 12 that I've already got painted or pre-painted here. And I think there's like 4 or 5 more in the box. And then for the miniature houses, I believe we have 9. So the one that we're going to be redoing next, that'll be number 10. Like I said, I'm going to have to do a giveaway or something because I'm running out of room. Let's see. They have denied we've had Bear Mountain lions for decades until people started using the trail cams. Exactly. See, yeah, that's what they do. It's a horse shit. And what are they doing by denying it? They're just setting people up to be a snack. You know what I mean? Hey, William, welcome in. We keep our cats in too. Yeah, if I lived in those areas, I would keep them inside. I had a friend that lived. Where the hell was she living? I think it was Wyoming area, and where their house was at, off in the distance was cliff edges and stuff, and she had to keep it. She had a Great Dane, and she had grandkids that were there and stuff, and they had issues with mountain cats. So yeah, she had to. If they went outside, she had to watch them. I said I couldn't live that way. You can't even let your children or your pets outside. Me, I love the water horse. There's a massive statue in Glasgow. Did I say that right? Glasgow. I don't know what these go. These are. It's just the fantasy series. Let me look at the box. I just picked it because it said fantasy series. I don't play any of these games that include these things. Or actually, this was the hero set. Wildspire miniatures. That's what these are. I don't. If you guys know what this stuff is, I don't. Wildspire. So it's got to be something to do with that. And this is part of the series. But I thought that because they were more fantasy driven, they would be fun to paint. I'm trying to find. I'd like to do a big bust. I'm trying to find something like that to paint for you guys. Difficult to find, and the ones that I did find, I wasn't too thrilled about. They weren't that big, but the price was. So me, I try to be as frugal as I can with the YouTube money. And I mean, I know it's supposed to support the channel and the stuff that I'm doing, but I'm not going to spend $60, $70 on a statue to paint. You know what I mean? I just don't. I don't think it's right. What was the Dumbledore movie? Let's see. If you move where there are wild animals, the animals are there first. You are right, Julie. You're so right. Because people up here, they bitch about the bears. I said, well, not for nothing. You built your house up in the woods. It's where the bears live. Deal with it. We knew some people up there. They were shooting the squirrels and stuff like that because the squirrels were getting into their stuff. Hello, you're living in a wooded area. Where do you think the friggin' squirrels come from? Oh my god. Hey, Steve. Oh, Steve might know. I have no idea what the characters are for. My parents convinced us as kids that giant monster creatures lived in a big canal near the house when the running full of water. Oh, don't go by there and snatch and pull you in. Oh, thank you, Betty. I've always loved doing this kind of stuff. This, that. I always did ceramics. I get that from my mother. My mother was very artistic, and she passed it on to me. My sister, not so much. She's not interested, but me, full blown. If there's, some kind of an art craft or something, I've pretty much tried it. I loved doing ceramics because I like the detailed painting. Also, painting on canvas, I do that as well. It's been a while since I've done a painting, but I did enjoy that. Lord of the Rings, Gandalf sends water horses to save Frodo. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. So I don't know. What do you think, Steve? We were talking about Bigfoot and Nessie. What are your thoughts on those creatures? We'll spend the last 5 minutes just yakking it up here. We have a new neighbor behind us. He built his place right where the coyote den were. He's been chasing them on our place. Yeah, see what I'm saying? You're going into their domain, so you've got to deal with it. I mean, people up here on the mountain are used to it. They lock their garbage up and they put, if the restaurants have electrical wires that go around the dumpster areas, and at night they turn it on, and all it does is give the bear a little zap to deter him from trying to rip the door open and get into the garbage. They always tell you, when you live up there or when you're camping up there, you don't leave food out anywhere so it'll attract them so they break into your house. Excuse me. When you go camping, like what we do, we go deep in the woods and they have bear boxes and you have to put your coolers in the bear boxes and lock them up so that the bears can't get at nothing. And it doesn't attract them because they're steel boxes. So, and you got in the coolers, so usually they don't smell anything. My family's been going up their whole lives and we've never heard of anybody being attacked by, a bear up there. They pretty much don't give a shit about you. They want the food. You have more of the deer coming up to you looking for a sandwich or a donut or something than a bear. The bear don't give a crap. Now, I told you guys about it was a couple years ago there in Old Forge. Somebody had broke into the candy store and they couldn't figure out. They said they didn't steal any money or anything valuables, but candy was missing. Excuse me. So they fixed the door and fixed everything all up again, and had the cameras on to see what the hell was going on, just for shits and giggles. And it happened again, and they found out it was a bear. A bear had ripped the door off, and boy was that bear happy. It enjoyed all that candy in there. So that everybody thought it was funny. That bear wasn't dumb. They knew where to get that maple candy. Talk about a sugar rush. It'd be like the cocaine bear. But like I said, I'm going to have John on because he's been up there since last summer. And he's been collecting all the local stories and folklore pertaining to Bigfoot in the area of the Adirondacks. And I had no clue that there were that many stories for up there. You don't think, Bigfoot up here. What the hell would he be doing up here? But apparently, a lot of the locals have told him that, yeah, they've had issues with some bear-like creature. What? They don't know. And all they can say is it's got to be, everybody says Bigfoot because that's how you know how to refer it to as a Bigfoot. They don't know what else to call it. And I've heard stories of actually people, big giant rocks have been thrown at them from within the forest. No, a normal guy isn't going to pick up a boulder and then throw it, you know, like 100 feet away. It's not possible, without a catapult. So what the hell is going on? Sam ran into a youngish black bear walking to the convenience store up the street. Yeah, they just wander around. We had one not too long ago. It was closer in towards the city. See, that's what it is people go up there on the mountain and they're doing their thing and it's pushing the bear inward. So, and it's any animals. I mean, we got fox, coyotes, everything comes running through here. So, you know, which is a shame because then they end up getting hit by cars or somebody's pets get snatched. It's just something the guys put up. We have Bigfoot stories around Kansas Oklahoma border. Well, the some of the stories out there is that they're migrating creatures because we always wonder, well, what do they do in the winter time? Do they hang out up here in the winter, or do they, and I've heard stories where they say, well, they migrate. So they might have a migrating season. I don't know. It's weird how so many stories called by a different name, but a lot of the stories are similar. So I don't know. I just say you got to keep the door open because you just don't know. I love nature, but not when it's bigger than me, bigger teeth. Yeah, hairier and a big appetite. It's watch you say, I think I'll have some heather tonight. I agree with you. Just like with fishing, I only go fish for just certain kind of fish. I don't want to catch anything that's bigger than me, got bigger teeth. If I latch into something like that, I'm cutting the line. I don't want to get bit. We have Bigfoot stories nearby in the mountains. Yeah. They usually go from high to low ground in the winter, and vice versa in the summer, unless they have good food source. Yep, that's what and it's strange. Also, they were talking about how, which John will obviously we'll talk about that during the show. The log stacking, the where they find in the woods just trees that it looks like they've been ripped out of the ground and piled up in a certain formation. Now, is that something that just is it something that just nature does, or is it something? Are they building shelters, or is it some kind of a marker? Because the stacking, I forget exactly what I think they call it, log stacking or it's just wood stacking. It's odd, and I've seen a few of those in the woods, but you don't think nothing of it. You just think, oh, a bunch of trees fell over. But it's weird how they all just fell over in like that clump and they pile on top of each other like that. I don't know. It's kind of strange. Debunked on a video for here. It was someone in a brown coat with a fur around the hood. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People are going to run with it because it gets attention. And that's what ruins it. Just like with the paranormal, that's what it ruins. People are trying to find truth in experiences that are truth, and you got these bozos that fake all this stuff and make up stories, and that's part of the problem. Should be an interesting show. Yeah, it's going to be. He's a really nice guy. I mean, I've had him on before. I don't know if you guys remember him, but he's been so busy that it's taken me over a year to get him to come back on. He had an opening in the schedule, and he said he would come on. And I'm looking forward to. I watched some of the videos that he's put out for what he's been doing this season since last year, and it's pretty interesting. So I get your questions ready. In Ireland, a lion was spotted after hysterics and guns. It was a golden retriever with a crappy haircut. Oh, Hopefully they didn't shoot it. Oh no. It's the people who do that stuff too and think it's funny, and then when their dog gets nailed, then they're upset. Well, don't do that stuff. I had puppy hear me roar. Yeah, exactly. I think somebody else did that once. Dressed their dog up a lion and set it loose in a park or something. I remember seeing something like that. I don't know if that was the one in Ireland or not, but I do remember something to that effect that somebody did that. It lived. Oh, good. I say, poor dog. What the hell's the matter with these people? Well, and they do it because they think it's funny. Or like the ones that put on the shark fins and go through the water and scare the shit out of everybody, and then they end up with a bullet in their ass. Not funny anymore. New Zealand is boring. We really don't have any dangerous wildlife. You're not even a rabid squirrel or anything, Pinky. We have a mix here, so you don't miss out on nothing here. And what we don't have here, they end up bringing it in anyways. I'm waiting for them to start populating kangaroo. We had a proven con man say that there were Bigfoot here. He pretended to have a frozen Bigfoot corpse. Oh boy. And I know like a lot of people have a lot of questions like, well, why don't you ever find like a carcass of a Bigfoot? Well, I mean, you're out in nature. Other animals are going to eat that carcass, and they're going to drag the bones and stuff away. So this stuff is going to be tore up by the animals and the birds. And because I've never seen a bear carcass up north, and I know they drop somewhere. Where are they going? So I just think it's like any other animal. When it passes, the nature just takes it over. Or if it's as intelligent as people think or say it is, they might marry their dead. So I see how good questions that we can ask. So what I'll have to do is I'm going to check these settings again on this camera and make it where it's more close up for you guys so that you can get a better look see at what we are painting. That's why I don't do the miniatures too often on a live because it's difficult for you guys to see what they are and what I'm doing. But I'm going to do a little adjusting and see what I can do so you get more close up on them because it's pretty fun. And they're coming out a lot better than I expected because it's been a long time since I've done such detailed small work, and they're really neat. One of my favorites is right here, the little mouse magician dude. He's cute, and the only thing I got to finish up on him is his face, and it's neat. And I also have I got to find it. I have glow in the dark paint. I think I'm going to repaint Moon staff there and have it glow in the dark. But he's adorable. So I'm just gonna have to work on better camera work so you guys can get a close up. No more boob shots. Oh, I'm sorry. I can throw a couple in there if you want. I will have to search the info. He's still around with very fake looking pictures. Interesting. Oh, Pam. Oh, you love the miniatures or the boob shots? Elephants bury their dead. That's what I'm saying. It's so we don't know. And I can't. I do that. I look at it that way with everything. I cannot definitely say no. This doesn't exist or that doesn't exist or you haven't had that experience or, you know, because we don't know. So how can you say no? There's no such thing. Prove it. Prove that it doesn't exist. And then they'll say, well, prove that it does. Well, that's what we're trying to do. so you can't shoot it down. They're cute, Laura. Oh, thanks, Betty. They're pretty neat, aren't they? But how am I do with them? I don't know. So maybe we'll do those as giveaways too. Uh, I love the miniatures there. And I've seen where we have a lot of talented people in this community. I've seen some of the work. Mrs. Prism does a really beautiful job. James does a beautiful job. Yeah, William, you missed the boob shot. There was a couple of them. You'll have to rewatch. But they do the detailed work is awesome. They do a great job. And like I said, it's been so long since I did these. I just didn't think, gee, I don't know how they're going to turn out. But you know what? I'm liking the way they're turning out. They're looking pretty sharp. We have lots that we don't know about. Exactly. Exactly. And I think that's what people get upset about in the paranormal field with a lot of groups of naysayers. I mean, I get it. You've got the skeptics and you've got, the debunkers, and we love them all for what they do, but you can't just cut it off at, well, no, no, no. You got to leave the door open for what if. And that's how I look at it. What if, miniature houses need miniature people? Yeah, that's true. I could set them up inside the little houses. Give them each their own little house. The U.S. have released the UFO files. Nothing noteworthy though. I haven't had a chance to even look at them, but I've been hearing about it, and it's all just, crap. So they didn't do us any favors. There are some heavy duty debunkers on the Bigfoot stuff, but a number just say nope. Yeah, see, they shut the door. You're shutting the door at the possibility. You can't do that when you do these kinds of things. You know how many people you'd say, thank you, Julie. See, this stuff doesn't show up for me, guys. I'm sorry. So if you send like stars or jewels or whatever, I can't see it on the stream. Apparently, it only shows up on YouTube. But thank you so much. You can't say, well, no, there's no such thing as goose. Yeah, goose. Good God. I think I was drinking. Ghosts, spooks, specters. Because we didn't, if you haven't experienced it and we're telling you what we've experienced, why are we wouldn't lie about? I mean, well, some do, but the people that are legit and they give you their experience, there's no reason for them to tell you that tall tale. I mean, they're telling you what they've experienced, and some of it's traumatic. That's why I always tell everybody, if you're going to send anything, a story into the magazine, if you want it to be anonymous, I will put it down as anonymous, because a lot of people are afraid of what people are going to think. Don't ever think that you're not safe. With me, you are. I always make sure that everybody is safe. Their privacy is safe, unless I have permission to say who told me what story. Otherwise, I either make up a name or I put anonymous. But I think it's important that you share this experience, because there might be somebody out there that's had a similar experience and has nobody to talk to about it. So yeah, open mind all the time. You have to be. And it happens in everything in life, to be honest. Like, look at I don't know, people like with Julie and me, we suffer from pain syndromes. And how many years we used to hear, oh, it's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. Excuse me. You want to tell my body that? So the same thing with paranormal, any cryptid stuff, all of it. People have seen things. They've experienced things. And what they're doing is they're telling you the story so that they could get information from somebody. Maybe, somebody out there has had the same experience, and they could, share notes, compare notes. But when you've got a group of people that shut down and don't say anything, then it makes it harder to find out what's out there, what the truth is. People often want to correct my errors, but just ignore them. Well, I mean, it's not an error. It's just you've had these experiences and it's truth. I met a woman once who left her house after beds were thrown, currently bent, plates smashed, all family slept together in the lounge. Oh God, it's scary. So they had something serious going on there. The way I see it is you either experience the paranormal or you haven't. Just because you haven't doesn't mean it doesn't exist. 100%. 100%. Oh, thank you, William. Thank you so much. No, I agree with you, Becky. It's and everybody has their story. Like, well, I was explaining like the Bigfoot story that happened with my friend and his daughter, and the looks I get, and they're like, "What?" I'm thinking, you can't say no. The girl looked right at it, and she's one of the most honest people I know on the planet. You know, she had the experience, and it's scared to hell. I guarantee you, they probably won't get her back in the woods, but not up there anyway. And I would have scared it would have scared the shit out of me too. But you know what? I would have went back because I would want to know what the hell did I just experience? Yes, it makes people not want to say anything. Yeah. And that's why I always tell everybody, you want to share your story, you could share it. I will put it in and I don't have to put your name on it. Nobody needs to know whose experience it is. But when they read it, they might say, "Oh God, I've had that, or I know something that happened too." And then if and even if they reach out to me, I won't divulge your names unless you give me permission. But there might be somebody out there that can help. I mean, there's some that it just you hear stories, you're like, "Oh wow, oh wow." Well, she just said that their everything was busted up in their house, and now they all have to sleep in the living room. I mean, because they're afraid. Well, something's not right there. Poltergeist, something going on there. Not happy with what's going on. It stopped when she split from her husband. Ooh. Laura, what did you think of the attic orbs? Now, see, orbs, I do have an opinion about orbs. Orbs, I do believe that there are some that are interesting. Some basically are, yeah, just dust, you could tell if it's dust or if it's a bug by the way it moves and the way it's shaped. When you get one that is odd shaped or has its own like flight plan, you know what I mean? That's different. That's telling me that something's going on there. Orbs, you got to be really, really careful with on how you judge it. And then when I am not sure, because I know somebody that always claims that they have orbs and stuff in their home, and then when I've seen some of the footage, I'm thinking, yeah, I hate to tell you that, but it's dust. And I don't like to have to tell people that because it bursts the bubble. But the majority of what this person is experiencing is dust. And you got to remember that the camera and the lights and all that attract the dust, just gets attracted to it. Same thing when I went out, like the last photographs that I had posted up in a short. There's some stuff that shows up on those photographs. You could say orbs. I'm not going to say that because I'm not 100% sure. It could have been something on the camera. It could have been, the way the sun was shining that day. So it's an up in the air thing. So I leave it up to anybody else's discretion, and they can comment and let me know what they think. But I never claim that something is something, unless I'm definitely sure. I have lots of orbs, different shapes and colors. 99.9% orbs are dust, spider webs, but yep, bugs, cobwebs, yep. So you really got to study it hard. And then when you rule out the obvious and you're thinking, okay, something's not right about this one, it doesn't follow in suit with the rest. So that means then you might have something going on there. And like Betty says, she's got them in different colors and shapes. So there, now you got to figure out, okay, is the color change due to the camera, the lighting? See, these are the things you got to pick apart. because that has a lot to do with it. It's amazing what the camera can create. I mean, I've got photographs of a house where in the windows it looks like there's faces of people. Now I could leave it at that and say, "Yep, that's what that is." Now I just say, "Nope, what do you think?" And then everybody throws out there what they think it might be in the windows. I mean, there's a couple of them that are kind of creepy looking, but I take a series of pictures. They have something appear on the middle of the photo. I love it when people find stuff in photos. I really do. We had a friend we grew up with years and years ago. We were young teenagers, and every time they took photographs in the upstairs part of his house where the bedrooms were, and I've seen the photo myself. I highly doubt they even have these photos anymore. There was an outline of a Victorian woman in one of the bedrooms, and she would appear in the doorway every time they took photographs up there. But I never looked at the history of the house, and like I said, it's been years and years, so they don't even live there anymore. But it was really strange how that was the only. So obviously, whatever was in that house, that must have been her room. And then when they would take photographs, you would see the full outline. You wouldn't see her face, but you saw the hair. You saw the high-necked, a high-collared Victorian dress with a puffy sleeve. You saw the whole thing. So it was pretty interesting. And of course, now that the people live there now, I wonder if they have anything going on in there. I don't know. That's interesting. Yeah, I tried to debunk, but I couldn't. Uh, so yeah, that's what whenever you're in doubt, Betty, about certain things, reach out to some people in the community and ask them, what do you think? Uh, Honestly, Kenny is a great person to reach out to, but you have to be prepared. He is going to pick the shit out of it and give you the scientific answer. So if you already have your heart set on thinking it is what it is, don't reach out to Kenny. The dream crusher. But I like it because he's honest. And if something is where he can't understand it or figure it out, he will research it and see, the thing is, he's got to know the situation completely. The room, the day, what was going on at that moment. You have to be very detailed on when you took the photographs so that he knows what he's dealing with. But then you get others that are just like, whatever. But we've got some good people in the community that could help you if you're confused about certain photographs. I had one woman send me a photograph. I think you guys heard me talking about this one where it was a picture or an image of a man showed up in the mirror in the bedroom, which was wild. So I'm thinking, this is like the best photo I've ever seen. So, and of course, it was a copy. So I told her, and she got it off of her security camera. That was, she's a camera in her bedroom. I says, well, can you send me the original video footage so that I can look at that? And mysteriously, she couldn't find the original video footage. So what's that tell you? She doctored the photo. And then I had other people look into it and check out the photo, and they said, yeah, it was like a Photoshop. You could see the feathering done around the image, and she never contacted me again. Justin is also very helpful in chat with things about yes. So yeah, you got Justin, you've got we have a multitude of people out there. Joe is great for information. Joe's seen a lot, experienced a lot, and he'll be very honest with you. I've sent stuff to Steve from Nocturnal Radio. All of these guys think, logically. And they're not going to tell you what you want to hear. They're going to tell you what the truth is or what they believe the truth is. So always be prepared for that. Kenny has to know details down to how many nats are on the. That's right. Because, honestly, that's just the way it's done, That's why we always tell people when they go on an investigation, it's so important that you pay attention to those details. Room temperature, wind, electricity, walk through, see where the floorboards are creaking. If there's any critters inhabiting the place. I mean, these are things you got to write down and take notice of, because all of those things are going to make noise or show up in film or on recordings. That's what I always tell everybody. And everybody goes, well, we don't have time to write it down. Well, bring somebody along with you, and that's their job. They have to write down this information. The dew points, the weather, all it's all a factor. Crow takes a long time to get back to you, but he's good with you. Yes, he is. Well, Crow is really sloppy about getting to his messages. But again, another good one to reach out to whenever you're in doubt. He's very helpful when he checks his messages. Maybe they're looking out for you, but yeah, it could be. It could be. They know that you're still mourning the loss, and they're just maybe there to try to bring you comfort. A digital recording to take notes. Yeah, you could do that too. I like to write the stuff down, because if I ever go back to the same location, which I normally do go back more than once, and then write down more stuff, and then I want to compare those notes. So you always make the marking of time, and then also writing down. You have a book. The reason you have a book is I think it's easier to keep track of than digital stuff. Can be erased, or something could be flawed with the recording, because people, we get it on camera. Well, who's to say it doesn't get wiped out and then you've lost all your data? So just take that little extra time, write it down. It really doesn't take long. You have it written out ahead of time. Temperature is 65 degrees, and so on and so forth. East Drive, 5 of us watched the black mass flow past us like smoke. Yeah, that must have been amazing. Exactly, Leanne. Yeah, you could tell by if who. Well, like I said, in our community, we've got some really good people. We do, that are actually willing to help you if you reach out. I mean, I always tell you, you can reach out to me. I'm willing to help to the best of my ability. And then when I don't know, I reach out to other people and say, hey, I've got this. We're dealing with this. What is your comments, or could you help us out with it? That's true. Yep, that's true, Julie. You can transcribe them after you're done. Yep. Yeah, physical notes. Yeah, I think it's just the best way. Because, yeah, you're not going to remember. Because they'll say, like, oh, well, what was this or that? You're like, oh, Jesus, I don't know. But if you got it written down, and like I said, then when any good investigator is going to go back more than once or twice. Sometimes you could be going back for a year before you're going to get any kind of data that's going to match up. So that's the beauty of it. And that's what I've always told, a lot of the guys in the community. If people who have had over 30, 40 years experience in the field, they've got all of this stuff written down. Get together with these people, compare notes, and then get together with engineers to come up with equipment that might help us better than the stuff that they've got going on now. What we've got is what we've got, so they use it. But if they could come up with something off of the information that's been gathered from centuries of work and study, that might be a new door to something else, As that's just my opinion, but which probably don't mean jack shit. So but it is what it is, That's why you either write down or record and transcribe your notes. Yep. So they just have it. It is really important. I mean, if you're serious about it, it's important. If you're just there to have a good time, then don't even bother. But the majority of us, even if, it's investigators and non investigators who are really interested in this, And like all of you, you support our channels because you're interested in what's going on, because you have questions that you want answered. Even though you haven't been out in the field and experienced a lot of things, you got stuff that you're in your own homes. And you want answers to it, just like the rest of us. So when you hook up with people who have done it for years, especially a lot of people that have done a lot of residential. I haven't done residential in a long, long time. But you give it like Jeff and Dana. I mean, they still do residential stuff. So they have the experience and the notes to back up what they've had dealt with. So they're another great pair to reach out to. Yep, entertainment purposes only. Yep. Yes, Mason does. I always tell James, when are you coming up with something that we can use? He laughs. I'm working on it. So he's working on it. So, guys, I probably should let you go. It's been 2.5 hours. Holy crap. I didn't think it would be going this long. Seeing that I've only been doing the little tiny painting. But next show will be airbrushing the parts for the new house. So you get to see that fun. Woo! And we'll start constructing our little goth castle. That'll be great. But don't forget, morning brew in the morning. So grab your coffee and your favorite blankie and join us on the morning brew. And I want to thank all of you for hanging out with me tonight. It's always a good time. I always enjoy it, and I hope you do as well. But until then, guys, you have a great night, and I will see you all tomorrow.